prominent pro-war commentator Maxim Kalashnikov has admitted that Russia's war against Ukraine is becoming increasingly ruinous for the country, particularly from an economic standpoint. Speaking on his blog, he warned that the conflict is designed to completely crush and dismantle the Russian Federation, with the economic dimension being the most dangerous. He explained that the sharp fall in oil revenues, combined with low global oil prices, is hitting Russia like a steel beam below the belt. According to Kalashnikov, the war aims to weaken Russia to the point of defeat, not necessarily through military encirclements or a march on Moscow, but by triggering an economic collapse on the home front. He emphasized that such scenarios have occurred before in world history. Kalashnikov pointed to Ukrainian drone and missile attacks on oil refineries and gas pumping stations as proof of a coordinated and large-scale strategy. He noted that around 17% of Russia's refining capacity has been knocked out, leading to a worsening fuel crisis. There are growing calls that we may have to introduce fuel rationing through coupons, he warned. Military analyst and IDF officer Yigal Levin echoed Kalashnikov's analysis. He described Ukraine's strikes on pipelines and refineries as part of a deliberate and systematic campaign to cripple Russia economically. Levin drew historical parallels, noting that a country can be defeated without its capital falling, citing Germany's collapse in World War I despite the lack of enemy troops on its soil. Meanwhile, discontent is also growing within the pro-Kremlin information space over the government's economic policies. Z channels have expressed outrage at plans to raise VAT to 22%. Coupled with high interest rates, they argue that the move would be devastating. The popular Telegram channel, Smoker's Empire, warned. To put it simply, if the ruble stays pegged at 80%, interest rates remain at 16 to 17%, and VAT is raised from 20% to 22%, the economy will start smelling like a graveyard. These are conditions incompatible with survival. The channel also cautioned that, due to declining oil and gas revenues, unplanned plant shutdowns, and growing local accidents, many companies are likely to deplete their reserves by the end of the year. In a rare act of open criticism, Tomsk Duma Deputy Speaker Andrei Petrov called the VAT hike cannibalistic, arguing that it would destroy small businesses. This is a tax included in the price of nearly all goods, paid by every citizen, including the poorest, he wrote.